everyone, I'm Elena and welcome to Makeup Fabulousness. Today I'm going to be doing my favorites and utter disappointments. This is my first one ever, what I've been doing is taking products that I've tried over the past few months and just gathering information and kind of going with it as I see it. So I'm going to start with my first one. It is the Gwen Stefani, well here's the outer packaging right here, eyebrow kit. I absolutely love this. I've never been a huge eyebrow person. I always keep them thick and natural, but for some reason these eyebrow kits are so nice. First of all, you have nice colors. I'm a little bit lighter than most. I don't ever use, I just always use taupes and stuff like that. So this is the perfect coloring for me. It's also good if you want a cooler tone. You can always use the darker one if you're a little bit darker coloring in your eyebrows than I am. And I love this little paste thing because all you have to do is smooth it and it's done. You don't have to spray anything. You don't have to comb anything. You just smooth it on. And then these brushes are adorable. They're so tiny. They give you the ultimate control. And I like to color code them. And then these tweezers, they just really come in handy. So this is something I just throw in my purse because I don't always have time to make myself up at home. So there's a couple of things I'll bring on the train with me when I'm heading to work, and this is one of them. So I really can't recommend this enough. It's the cutest little thing, and it's so convenient. Okay, this comes next to, since we're in the eyebrow department, I also love this NYX Control Freak Gel. Some days I don't use the brow kit, and I just want to put my brows in place, or sometimes I'll use it in conjunction if I'm not rushing. And this just is really simple. It's not too sticky, and look at the brush. It's just really simple. Sometimes I think these brow gels can double for mascara, but I'd be really afraid. But it just reminds me of clear mascara. It's so easy to use, and I really like this. Okay, this brings me next to concealer. I love this NYX HD Concealer. It's incredible. It's such a nice consistency. It's just easy to work with. It's thick, but it's blendable. And a lot of times I will just need this in the morning to do my under eyes. Now, there are days that I will sleep in a little bit, and or I won't get enough sleep. And I just love this NYX Dark Circle Corrector. I got it in pale or light. I think there's one more with fair. So this works excellent for me. May get the fair sometime, but you know, this works, so there's no reason at this point. But this is great. It's a nice, like sometimes I get my nails in it, but it's nice and smooth, and it just smooths out really easily. And you know, under my eyes, that's all I really need. I also picked up these color correctors as well, in green and in yellow. And they have they're similar to the orange, or the orange or orangey peach one I showed you. They're a little bit drier, but they work really well. They're easy to spread. They're just a little bit stiffer than the under eye corrector, but I highly recommend all three of these. They're all very convenient, and I have it in yellow, green, and orange. These brushes by Real Techniques, they come in a 5-pack. And I swear I use them every day. At first, I got a little bit scared because they weren't like this brush, especially this blush brush, I could not get it clean. Well, at first I thought, okay, is this a subpar brush? But then after doing multiple cleanings with them, like for example this blush brush, and this is a powder brush. I sometimes use it for bronzer, but I do use it for powder. They just have good quality. I haven't lost a bristle from them yet. They're easy to clean. There's no problems with the ferrules, and they even tell you what what each brush is for, except I think I've worn out the blush brush, but that's pretty much self-explanatory anyways. But they're just good quality, and you know, I picked them up and I use them on my wedding day, believe it or not, and they work great. Highly, if you can ever find the 5-pack of these, I don't know the official name, but I highly recommend them. Oops, let me just show you them up close. This is the powder brush, the blush brush. This is the eyeshadow brush. This is their angled eyeshadow brush, which I actually use as a crease brush, believe it or not. And then this is just their, right here, okay, hopefully you can see that. Okay, the liner brush. I like them all, really. Alright, which brings me next to Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. This is incredible. I love the bottle. I picked this up in a 2-pack from Ulta, and it has a nice wand. It's just so good for every day. It gives me nice, thick, luscious lashes, and the only downside is it can clump if you're not careful with it, but I rarely have any smudging. It gives my lashes lots of body. Can't recommend it enough. And it's pretty reasonable. I think it's $5 at Ulta, so I recommend it. This is a bronzer, and it doesn't look like a bronzer normally you would see. It's more like a powder, but it actually is the Coloricon bronzer by Wet n Wild. I've used it quite a bit, had it in my purse, as you can see. I actually picked up a sponge on my own. This doesn't come with the bronzer because I like to use it as a powder. And also with this shimmery effect, here I'll show you right here, it gives you a nice, nice shimmer without being chunky or glittery. And this is also, I also like to use, I should show you without the, gets a little bit, sometimes gets a little bit powdery, but it's pretty much held up very well. You get 0.46 ounces or 13 grams in here, and I like to use it with dark, if a bronzer is too dark or contour is too dark, I can always just blend it out with, and I like to blend it out a little bit. So to me this is nice to have, even though it's a little light, and to me it's just perfect. Or if I just want a little subtle glow, you know, and I'm not wearing any darker bronzer or any like glowy bronzer, I really like that. Okay, that comes to NYX Lip Lingerie. Now, this is the first one I bought, which was ruffle trim. It just has such a nice consistency. It's easy to swatch, and it's easy to blend. It lasts me, like I said, a good 5 hours. If I don't eat, it probably lasts longer. And it wears so well. It doesn't hurt my lips, and I'm really a big believer that you can be beautiful and you don't have to suffer for it. So these are $7. I bought the whole collection, so of course it would be my first favorites. Highly recommend it for those who like the nude and the matte look without having to, you know, and want to try something. There is a nude for everyone in this collection. Next is Amore Mattallics by Milani. This is automatic, which I'm wearing today, and it's such a beautiful bronzy color. Now, you may have, I will link my my videos for both the NYX and the Lip Lingerie and the Milani Amore Metallics below, but these are great quality lipsticks from the drugstore. Now, I think they both have such a smooth consistency, they're easy to work with, and for liquid lipsticks, I wasn't afraid to try them. The Milani doesn't wear as long as the NYX, but the color is so good, and it's so easy to reapply, and it doesn't smear on me when I'm eating. I just cannot recommend it enough. And this is my last lipstick. I may as well just stick to lipsticks. This is the Nars Dolce Vita. Now I got this as part of a gift pack, but I bought this probably about 5 years ago when I was working in a in fashion, and it is just so beautiful of a color. It's something you can wear for day. It's something I can wear to work. It's such a sheer, beautiful color, and it really gives you just a hint of color, but it's such a gorgeous, I don't know, it's just, there's something about this, and it's one of those things that you like so much that no matter what the cost, you're going to get it. So I always want to keep this, at least one of these with me, and I'm so happy to have discovered this, and this is a long time favorite. So, some of you may remember my 100% Pure, what do you call it, video. That was my first one I did. And I picked up a haul, and this is the shining star of the items I had ordered. There's still a couple I need to try, but this luminous primer is just so pretty. It has such a nice consistency, and when I put it on, it's gonna, I don't know if you can tell, it gives me a glow. And my skin tends to be oily. I mean, today we're having high 80-degree weather, and I'm in the Midwest, so the humidity is unbelievable. And this just smooths out my skin. It doesn't, it gives you such a smooth, even, and see, I don't know if you can see that, but you'll just have to take my word for it. It just gives you such a nice glow. They package their products so well. I just can't highly recommend it enough. The quality is just first rate, and I usually stick with matte primers and stuff like that, but this, it works well under my sunscreen, with my sunscreen under it, and I just really enjoy it. So I'm going to try different primers, but this is one I definitely will come back and get another one too in the future. And I also like these e.l.f. cleansing cloths. They are an unbelievable value, and they're, what I love about them is they work. Like, for example, I just took off that longwear lipstick, and it came off like a dream. And the important thing is about these is not necessarily the price, but the fact that it's easy on my skin. They give you a nice little, it's easy to get them out. You're not struggling. I know it seems like I'm putting one back in, so that's a different story, but these are easy to get out. They're easy to work with, and my skin is sensitive. It gets red really easily, so these are just really incredible. Another favorite of mine is the NYX Ombre Blush. I bought all 6 colors because I just love the look of them. They are a little bit pricey for a drugstore item, but the more I think about it, they're really, you get so much product. You get basically 8 grams with this, or 0.28 ounces, which is over a quarter of an ounce, over a quarter of an ounce. I like that you have a lighter color and a darker color, and they give you really good pigmentation. Let me show you. For example, they're very smooth, and you can blend out the darker color. That's great for summer. And then this lighter color you can use as a highlight. Or what I like to do is just, I take my brush and mix them all together, and you come up with just your own unique shade. They're easy to blend. There isn't a lot of fallout with them, and they're very practical to use. I bought all 6. I haven't tried them all, so you know, maybe mine may change, but so far I've tried 2 and I love them. This is another favorite of mine, Cleansing Oil by Burt's Bees. I find this so nice for my skin, and because I have oily skin, the theory behind cleansing oil is that your body overproduces oil because it doesn't have enough oil in the skin. And that's what happens with a lot of people with oily skin. So this is great for removing makeup. And I've noticed that for my larger pores, which are by my nose, if I use this, it actually makes my skin silky soft. I do not break out, and it's almost good enough to use without a moisturizer, but I like to use a little bit of a moisturizer just because I'm just a big believer in taking good care of your skin. So, but you know, with the summer coming, I may not even need moisturizer because of all the humidity we have here. Okay, and then this is one of my favorite things I've ever found, and this is the Brush Cleaner by Echo Tools. Before I got Brush Cleaner, from Echo Tools, I was just totally bummed out because this blush brush, was impossible to get back to how I bought it. And I get obsessive about keeping my brushes super clean, and some people are like, oh, well, you know, with all the colors you use, you're never going to get them 100%. But this thing is a deep cleaning, it's similar to shampoo, and it works so well. I bought it at Ulta, and I have never looked back. So I highly recommend this as well. If you're looking for a good brush cleaner, it's superb. It also works pretty well on my beauty blenders, but for the beauty blenders, I find that I actually have a thing of bar soap, and that works equally well. This might work. It really just depends, but honestly, I can't recommend a better cleaner, and it has a nice scent, and it doesn't, what do you call it? It doesn't ruin the bristles of the brushes at all. It keeps them nice and soft. And I think that's it for my favorites. Now it's time for my disappointments, or as I like to say, utter disappointments, because I had high expectations of these, and they let me down. So here we go. This is Burt's Bees facial cleaning towelettes. This is the second package I had tried, and the first one was cucumber, and it was pretty good, but it was just the scent was a little bit hard for my husband to take, so I said, all right, fine, I won't buy that anymore. And then I bought these white tea extract, and when I use this in conjunction with any cleanser, I get a really bad breakout of rosacea, and I figured, you know, 2 of these aren't working. This is not the product for me. While I love Burt's Bees products, and I love their how a lot of them work, and that they are a natural company, this is an utter disappointment for me. Also, I received this e.l.f. mascara, and I have never seen such a tiny wand in my life. Look at this. You can't even see it on camera. I mean, how am I supposed to do my eyelashes and give me volume? It's awful. This is the, this is just plain black mascara. I didn't like the way it felt on my lashes. It did absolutely nothing for me. And honestly, I cannot wait to get rid of it. I absolutely hate this. This was from the Bare Essentials line. It has beautiful packaging, but the mascara and the product, total waste. Do not go out of your way for this. It is not worth it. And lastly, this is the biggest disappointment of them all. This is the Brush Cleaner by NYX. It's $15, so I was expecting something to work really, really great. And it worked okay, but the big test was this brush. And I would put more and more cleaner on this, and I would probably do it like multiple times, and it would still have the color of the blush on it. And as you can see, this blush brush, there's white again. This would not make it white. It was awful, simply awful. For $15, you're better off just going to Ulta and getting 2 of these, or you'll pay $16 for it. But This is just truly awful. You do get about, I think 8 ounces of liquid.